So, good afternoon. Well, aren't we having some fun? So, for those of you that just keep saying blah, 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 you need to take your meds, this, that, and the other. You haven't got a clue what you're talking about. Read some physics books. Guys. Now, a lot of you ask me, say, so what, you don't think that the sun is the same as the light that humans make? Well, what do you think? Okay, that's bouncing off. All right, now look what we have here, right? Remember I said, I don't know if you guys remember I said to you how precise. Now, look at those hairs. Look at the shadow. See the shadow? Now that's coming from 150 million kilometers away, okay? And bouncing off of a mirror. And it is absolutely laser, like worse than a laser, precise like you can't imagine, okay? Now, so many people are coming on, a lot of people I'm thinking are coming on and they're commenting, or you guys, you think you know better, which you obviously don't. I'm thinking, well, they haven't seen the post I posted yesterday afternoon where I went through the solar eclipse, proving that it can't happen. Right now, a lot of people are saying, where's your evidence? The problem we're having, right? The evidence, I went through the evidence, but you're not intelligent enough. It's crazy, right? You're not intelligent enough to go through the eclipse with finite light, like I did, and actually work out with the angles and the fact that Earth has to move 2.08 degrees into lights, photons that the sun has radiated 8 minutes and 20 seconds earlier. Now, if you can't work that out, I'm not so sure you should be commenting, right? Because I understand a lot of you just can't help yourselves because you like I think it's the thought of somebody coming along and rubbishing something that you believed in, right? That's what it is. That's all it is. So, look, it's gone behind a cloud, but it won't take long. So, what is it? 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Look, 8 minutes and 20 seconds. Now, I say a lot of the time it's about common sense, right? Now, for those of you, especially the older, the in your 20s and 30s, got a couple of degrees, a bachelor's, you think you're all that, but you do not have the common sense, right, to understand what you're looking at up there right now. You think it takes 4.6 seconds for that to radiate its own light the distance of its own diameter. That, I'm afraid, is stupid. You're stupid. It's stupidity, okay? So if you think that star up there takes 4.6 seconds to radiate its light the distance of its diameter, there is something seriously, mentally wrong with you, right? Now, you guys go on about this magnifying glass, just times 4, not big. You guys go on about photons coming from the sun and this, that, and the other. Now, there wouldn't be any photons here, would there? Well, I mean, we've got the sun up there radiating light, okay? Now, what we do is we get it into a little spot. Now, see that? See that? See? That's photons, is it? All right. Let's go to another leaf, shall we? Oh, guys, quick. So, is this photons? That's not photons, mate. You know what that is? That is coming directly from that mass of fire in the sky. This a magnifying glass times 4. You ask me, you say, is the sun's light not like man-made light? Then you think it's different. When they have you comparing the light from the sun to a hose pipe and water, they're taking the piss, right? They're making fools of you. So I want to know right now, how many photons are involved in that? Tell me how many photons are going on there, right? See, what you have is like a shark in the ocean is an eating machine. The sun, it's a burning machine, right? Now, this isn't about photons, right? This is light. It's coming off of the magnifying glass and it's going straight onto there. Now, that's some pretty impressive stuff, isn't it? For a star that's taking 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So those of you who are in your 20s or above, right, and you think that the sun in the sky takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to radiate packets of salt and vinegar and cheese and onion crisps to Earth, you are actually, it is kind of, I'd have to say stupid, right? I think a lot of you, it's just the fact that somebody's come along and is pointing out something that is so fucking obvious, right? But you've been studying it all your life, right? So you obviously got the shits. But I can think for myself. I don't care what any of your physics books said, because they're obviously lying. The same as the books that are telling people majoring in the Egyptians carving the equivalent weight of 135 Nimitz class aircraft carriers. Put them nose to tail, that's 44 kilometers, about 27 miles of aircraft carrier. Egyptians with the copper hand tools, it's the same thing. It's so stupid, right, that to believe it, you have instantly given up a large portion of your common sense. So you can keep coming at me with all the crap and the rubbish you want to, right? But it is your own ignorance that is on display. And for you younger guys, right, I suggest really think about these things for yourself. You saw that magnifying glass. Photons? Photons? It's not photons. That is coming directly from something that they're telling you takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to get here. And on that note, if it takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to get here, and I'm looking down on this grass, right? Right, this, it's here, see where the sun and that, and I look up there, what's going on, right? So what is it I'm seeing? You think I'm stupid, right? It's you guys that are stupid, not the younger guys who are interested and are asking questions. I'm talking about the people that aren't commenting, out of nowhere, coming on and just going nah, 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 and disappearing. You know why you do that, right? Because you've got no argument. Plus, you can't work out what I put on the board, which clearly shows that an eclipse with finite light is physically impossible, okay? So I am not derailed in the least. So what we're seeing here, the sunlight that's on here, you're telling me it took 8 minutes and 20 seconds for photons to get here. And then what happens when I look up? So I'm looking up at something that's 8 minutes and 20 seconds away at the same time as I'm looking at the light that took 8 minutes and 20 seconds to get here. So basically, I'm looking at a package of 8 minutes and 20 seconds, aren't I? Right? So your argument, it's got no substance to it. What you have is a star in the sky that obviously radiates absolute light. And if you can't see that, and you are convinced and carry on with the charade where the solar eclipse travelled from the southwest to the northeast the whole time. If you had a motorbike and you were fast enough and there was a freeway, you could have had somebody on the back and they would have been able to film, right? Film the moon in front of that sun for 3 hours and 15 minutes, right? 3 hours and 15 minutes. From there to there. In fact, probably could have been over here in the ocean somewhere in, what's that, the Pacific. And then up here, that eclipse would have covered from where it started on the planet, all the way over the US, up and off the other side of the planet, right? Because the sun, its light is absolute. And wherever it's shining, there's light everywhere. So when that moon was in between Earth and the sun, at any time, what you have is a direct line. Direct line, right? You'd be able to put a plumber's tape, plumber's line, straight from the very center of the shadow, through the center of the moon, right through up to the center of the star. And for that whole time, that would have stayed straight. There would have been no give, no take, because the light radiating from that sun, from my sun, I'll call it, I might as well, right? It's absolute. There is no delay. And if you think by looking at that in the sky, that some of it somehow takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to get here, it is your own ignorance that is making you believe that, your lack of common sense, right? It's all the comments, I don't care. All you're doing is showing your immaturity, your lack of depth in knowledge, and next to no common sense whatsoever, all right? And this is going out again. So all of you who come on, drop a few Mickey Mouse comments and then disappear. Means nothing to me. Just shows how stupid you are. That's all I've got to say today. So I'll catch you later. Would you believe in 8 minutes and 20 seconds? What's wrong with you people? Laters.